Do you know why the first impression is important? Some people like first impression is important. They don't really understand the psychology behind the first impression, okay? So let's say you start an interview, whether it's Zoom or in person. If you start cold, if your opening speech is bad, if there's awkwardness, right? What happens is there's something called confirmation bias, right? What does that mean? Nobody wants to be stupid. Everybody thinks that they're smart. Everybody thinks that they're a decision maker. Everybody thinks that they have the strong analytical skills and maybe sixth sense, right? They know their gut feelings, I know this guy's going to work out. I know this guy is not going to work out, right? So that's the position they want to be. Now you walk into the interview as a candidate, right? If your first impression is good, you smile, you make them comfortable, good body language, right? And most importantly, genuine smile looking into the eye and paying similar attention for everyone. So what happens? In the first 30 seconds, the guy's like, this guy's good. He's cool, he's awesome, right? So what happened? Because people want to be smart, because people believe in their sixth sense or something, during the entire interview, there's most people, they don't do this intentionally, but they are proving how smart they are. So it's not about you. Oh, look at this. See that he's saying that. That's why he's so smart. Oh, he handled this question so well. Again, it's not about you handling the question well. It's about them being the right in the beginning. So what they do, they look for the reason for their first impression. Oh, this guy's good. So entire interview. It's not going to be 100% of the time, but this is human psychology. That's how it works. The second thing is, let's say you walked in and your hand is like oily and wet. You just handshake and you make me uncomfortable. This makes me so uncomfortable. And your facial expression is not good. You don't smile. You look like you're nervous. Something bad happened. Okay, you don't have a good opening. What happens? The guy's like, okay, this guy's not going to make it. I just already don't like him. What's going to happen is, again, this person want to prove during the entire interview, in his first impression, his gut feeling is correct. What they're going to do? They're going to look for the reason to fail you. Oh, this is the reason. This guy. Oh, yeah, that's why he's not a good candidate. Oh, this is why he couldn't answer the questions, right? In the other case, if you have the good impression, if they already hire you in the first impression, what they do, even if you say, I don't know this, instead of they're thinking you're dumb, they're going to think, oh my God, he's so authentic. He's so courageous. He is like sharing that he doesn't even know and he's open to learn. But in other case, oh, he doesn't know this, right? So I think the first impression is important. How you dress nice. Make sure your hands are not wet when you handshake. Make sure you have genuine good smile. Make sure you practice the interview. Make sure you're comfortable with human beings. Make sure that your body language is good. These are pretty important as your technical skill sets. Now, sometimes being the best doesn't get you offer. People don't understand that. They're like, oh, Java, oh my God, algorithm, data structures, stuff like that. You want to make sure that, number one, understanding the fear of the interviewers and the motivation of the interviewers. How do you handle their fear? And how do you handle their motivation is also important. If you go there like just job, I know Java, I know data structure, I do this, I do that, you're just pitching yourself constantly, what's going to happen? First of all, people in there, they're going to be your colleague. They're looking at the potential toxic person, potential outperformer, potentially the guy going to kick their ass. Well, this guy is so good that I'm going to lose my job. So you don't want to do that. So proving you're the best is not good all the time. So that's one thing. The second thing is this. Some people have pain. They have problems at work. You want to understand. You have a developers. You have a project director of software development. Understanding what kind of pain they have, what kind of problems they have. You need to ask questions. Tell me about the project. Tell me why you're hiring for this position. Tell me the previous guy, why he left, right? You ask. Then you understand their motivation as well. Now, I hired for this position because the previous person did XYZ, couldn't handle XYZ. Now, what you do, you want to make sure that in your speech, in your interview, you are the person to take care of XYZ. Does it make sense? But if another person that if you see that person potentially thinking that you are a threat for that person, you want to calm her or him down. You want to make sure that you listen, you're a colleague, you're here to support, you're not here to outshine your master. That is also something people don't pay attention. Remember, the reason that you go to interview is not proof you're the best, is getting the job offer. Best means not equal to job offer. People don't hire the best. People hire who they like, who they not fear, who they trust. So these are the things that you want to pay attention. You don't want to be technically incompetent. Also, you don't want to be outshining your master. You have to play in the psychological game a little bit too. Don't manipulate people. Just like be authentic, genuinely useful, but also understanding these are the things that you have to pay attention in the interview.